Hi, everyone. Dr. Frankie here. And it's my favorite time of year because we're just about into spring and the sun is shining and it's like, yeah, like I'm tired of seeing all the clouds. So thrilled that we're here finally and the days are longer and I get to take in all the sun longer and the days are brighter. So, for those of you that also get sensitive when I sort of think I have some seasonal affective stuff that goes on because I definitely notice my mood dropping when it's gloomy, gray, cloudy. So, yeah, so for those of you that can relate to my experience, hopefully we can celebrate in the season changing and enjoy this nicer, depending where you are in the world, right? I have followers, subscribers from all over. But at least in where I am in the US, this is the experience I'm having, and hopefully there are others that are relating. And if you are in gloomier, darker, grayer weather climate, then think about getting one of those lamps, those light bulbs that actually enhance mood and give you the experience of having the sun rays that brighten up and our mood. So there are things that we can do out there. There are tools. So something to consider as well. But anyway, I'm here today to share with you how to rekindle the spark in your gay relationship. So we get lots of people asking, like, how do we recharge, reignite? And I just thought today would be a great day to talk about it. We often imagine successful long-term relationships look like idyllic, consistent love and connection, right? Yeah. In fact, longer relationships, even happy, stable ones, have their own peaks and their valleys, high and low points that could last for days or could last for years even. It's not unusual to feel like your relationship has lost some of its spark, whether that means feeling less connected, fighting more, getting into a rut, or having less sex. This is all very normal. It also doesn't necessarily mean, as people often fear, that your relationship is in a slow decline towards its inevitable end. Much like the change of seasons, it's normal to feel a little more or a little less connected at different times. It's sort of like it comes in and out. The relationship can sort of flow in and out. It's also normal to want to move through the less connected times and feel close again. To that end, today I'm going to share some recommendations for how to rekindle the spark in your gay relationship. Spend more time apart. This might feel counterintuitive, and if a main obstacle in your relationship is that you can't find time to spend with each other or that you've always been traveling, maybe it is. But for many of us, we turn towards quality time hoping that the time itself will be the kind of panacea, smoothing over rough spots in our relationship just as a result of our showing up. This quality time may be empty and further a sense of disconnection, like watching TV silently on the couch while you both scroll on your phones, or may trend in the other direction towards endless processing about the relationship itself and your feelings about it. You may make an effort to go on dates with your partner or carve out weeknights of dedicated time for them, only to find you feel like you have nothing to talk about when you're together. Generally speaking, it's the quality, not the quantity of time spent together that really matters most. And if you spend better quality time together with your partner when both of you have active dynamic lives outside of each other, that this actually is significant and it matters. It has a positive impact. When both of you regularly see a wide range of friends, you devote yourself to hobbies, sports, or interests, and have your own books or TV shows you follow on your own, you may find you actually have a lot more time, kind of an interest in talking about the things you do spend time on with your partner. Having a wider and deeper circle of social support means you and your partner don't have to be each other's only resource for emotional regulation and mental support, which means you can focus more on fun and connection. You also may find that you look forward to seeing each other more because you have enough space to actually miss each other, rather than the kind of monotonous, like, acclimation you get when you spend every night together on the couch mindlessly killing time before bed. Like, that's not quality. So think about, what does quality time together look like? Make a point of listening and being present, especially if things have felt off or they're disconnected with your partner. We may be laser focused on what we're getting from them during interactions. Do they seem interested in us? Are they happy to see us? Are they paying attention to us, or are they on their phones? Do they remember our birthdays or the anniversaries or the big work event or mom's surgery? It's really easy to kind of hone in on these things and sort of ruminate on them, kind of trying to pick, is our partner engaged in us? Are they focusing on us? And that doesn't serve us well. It's extremely reasonable to be focused on these questions, right? It makes sense. But centering your attention here may not get you the results you're actually wanting. Instead, I want to encourage you to think about something that may be more effective, to model behavior you want to see from your partner by working on being deeply present with them. Can you cultivate and broadcast a real, genuine curiosity about their day and their life? What are the nuances of the tricky contract issue they're having at work? How are they feeling currently about their fraught relationship with their sister? These things may not interest you, like what they're dealing with at work or technology that they're describing in major detail that you don't really care about. But the fact that they're sharing it with you means that they're needing to talk about it, and you're their person. So showing interest, reflecting back to them, being curious, asking questions, even if you're not really enjoying the experience, that's nurturing, right? That's quality time. You're showing up in a quality way, and you're modeling the way that you would like them to be for you. Similarly, you and your partner may both feel like there are some walls between you right now, preventing the true intimacy that you're both wanting, and you're experiencing deep listening without any attached expectations, and genuine curiosity about our inner life really helps lower defenses. You may also be surprised at what you learn. Maybe the distance you've been interpreting as a rejection is much more grounded in your partner's life stress or mental health struggles that you realized without all the information. Practice answering bids, flirting, and initiating sex. When we're feeling disconnected or distant from our partner, reaching out to making like overtures or is often the last thing we want to do. We may be feeling resentful or distrustful of them, waiting for them to reaffirm their affection or their desire first, or make some kind of apology. It can feel vulnerable and embarrassing even in 10-year relationships to make the first move or to admit that you even want it or that you need it. Especially if some distance has been ongoing, reaching out to your partner can feel like they're winning an unspoken conflict or like you're revealing some sort of weakness in you. If this is how you're feeling, it's even more reason to work through your resistance and make an effort to reconnect. In a successful, connected relationship, there is no winning because you aren't in competition with your partner about who can care less. The only way to get out of that mindset is to decide to enter a different one. And remember, you're both losing, right? There's no winners in these situations. Both of you suffer because you're wanting to connect. If you make an effort, your partner will feel safer and reassured in making one also. Making a point of answering your partner's bids, which I've talked about previously, so feel free to look up that video to learn more about what that means. Make a good effort of getting into the new show they want you to watch. Go to game night with their friends you think are boring. Respond to the memes they send you at work, even though you're busy. These small signals are the kind of things that cumulatively allow your partner to lower their guard around you and feel renewed and like just less protective of themselves, right? And then there's this renewed sense of connection. And to offer you some more opportunities to connect. You're doing this with each other. And again, you're modeling that. If you've specifically been feeling disconnected around not having enough sex, the basic principles of making overtures and being a little vulnerable apply here. Oftentimes, when the sexual aspect of our relationship is flagging, it's with couples who no longer flirt with each other. Flirting is essentially just making and responding to bids on the level of attraction and desire. So send a flirty text during the day. Make a big deal out of how good they look in a new outfit. Let them know how hot you find them when you get ready for a date night. And most importantly, make a point of initiating sex, even if you're a bottom in your relationship. And even if your partner doesn't take you up on it 100% of the time. It's your overtures that are consistently met with rejection over a duration of time that become an issue. It's time to time an intentional talk about what you both need from your sex life, or turning to a dedicated sex and relationship counselor is something to be considered. But know that, like, making the effort, I know it's hard when we get rejected, but you want to continue to make the effort, even if you know that there's a possibility you may get turned down. And don't assume that, like, okay, if I get turned down now, I'll get turned down next time. If that keeps happening, then that's a whole other issue. And that's where I want you to consider seeing a counselor or a therapist. But you want to let your partner know that you do desire them, you do see them, you do still find them sexy. And that, again, will hopefully, there's like a ripple effect, right? Hopefully they will in turn respond to you and maybe even initiate on their own, which just fuels, it sparks up, it moves the energy, it shifts things in the relationship, and hopefully the outcome is positive. So that's what I got for you today. And I'm going to see y'all next week. Kisses, hugs, and take good care of yourselves.